Hi guys, Kevin Manno here at MYfm with Halsey.
Hello.
We did not color coordinate this, but
He's lying. It was on purpose.
we've been texting for days about this. Honestly, a couple of weeks ago, somebody on Instagram told me that red is my color, so that's why
it brings your eyes out.
I decided to wear the shirt for you.
Yes, red is analogous to green, so it's, brings the green out in your eyes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
All right, you learned something new
there you
from
go.
Halsey
Color
every
theory
single day.
for you today.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
I just heard Nightmare.
Thank you.
Congratulations on this song.
Thank you.
It's very rock and roll.
It's definitely exciting.
Yeah.
It's I think this record for me was, I've had a lot of songs on the radio the past couple of years, and they've been kind of more the glittery, emotional kind of songs. And I think a lot of people who discover me on the radio don't know that I also have albums full of really angry, aggressive, dark, weird music. And so, I had a lot of fans find my music on the radio and then come to my concert. And they're like, why is she wearing a ski mask and fishnets? And jumping into the crowd.
Can you tell people in the crowd are confused, or do people
you
get
absolutely.
that a lot?
Totally. Oh yeah, people come and they want to, they want to hear Closer. And I'm stage diving. And they're like, this is not what I signed up for. So I think it was really important for me to put out a song that kind of shows, hey, I do this too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm really excited about
That's awesome. And I feel like lyrically, it's sort of appropriate right now in the state of affairs.
Yeah.
And some recent news out of Alabama and all that stuff. When I listened to it, honestly, that was what was on my mind.
I mean, me too. It's it couldn't feel any more timely. I think that the tension is palpable.
Sure.
Right now. I think being a female artist as well, it's really difficult because, on one hand you have this innate sense of wanting to protect yourself and protect your personal experiences with reproductive health, because you're under scrutiny when you talk about your own, personal experiences, and you're under probably greater attack than the average person who shares their experience, because your life is open to that criticism. But on the flip side, it's you also have a responsibility to talk about it. And
that's cool that you see that and say that.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
I've definitely never been shy about talking about it. I think that my relationship with Planned Parenthood has been a huge part of my brand since I first started. And I gave a speech at the Women's March a couple years ago, and that was kind of really what kick-started this shift into artistic activism, where I'm using slam poetry or using my videos, using whatever, kind of putting my mouth where my money is.
Yeah.
You know, because it's one thing to donate and to be charitable, but it's another thing to make music about what.
Because a lot of people might shy away from that out of fear of rubbing the wrong people the wrong way, I guess.
Totally. I just miss political music, and I think that we're having a political shift right now. And I just think I think that artists have a choice. You can and neither choice is wrong, but you have a choice. You can either make music that distracts people from how awful the world is, or you can make music that points them in the direction of it and forces them to acknowledge it. And neither one is wrong, but you have to choose.
Good for you for acknowledging that and
so this is my choice.
Yeah, that's awesome. And you mentioned the video. You shot it half mile away from here.
I did,
right?
Yeah.
That's cool.
It was really cool. We had all-female cast and female director, editor, choreographer, production designer, commissioner.
Yeah.
It was really awesome.
So it was in the Warner Brothers lot or a studio or something?
Fake New York.
So is that what you made?
Yeah.
Or that's what you call it, or what?
That's what they call it. It's Fake New York.
So how much of this vision was yours? Was this your idea? Did you have a lot of input?
I had a really specific idea for the video, just because I've made concept albums in the past, but this one was obviously so about the song itself, and I didn't want any of the lyrics to get lost, so I kind of went shot for shot and was make sure that all these moments are represented,
Yeah.
And then Hannah, the director, Hannah Lux Davis, she and I kind of helped me kind of take it to an art level and make it more shocking, I guess is the word.
Okay.
Shocking. I don't think my fans have really ever seen me like this, how I am in the video, so it's definitely really exciting. But there's so many different types of people in it. There's professional female fighters, there's professional dancers, Debbie Harry is in it.
Oh, nice.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
There's just so many different types of women in the video, and it's just cool to see them all come together.
And you mentioned the lyrics, the line about, men, I guess, telling you to
Oh,
smile
yeah,
and stuff.
yeah.
Does that happen? I mean, I've never
Oh
been
my
that a-hole
gosh.
that's, hey, smile for me, sweetie, but is that something that...
Absolutely. It doesn't matter if you are a 12-year-old girl walking home from school in her uniform,
Yeah.
17-year-old girl working at the checkout counter at Starbucks, or if you're
They just randomly say, like, how about a
24-year-old
smile?
me on a red carpet, or Hillary Clinton, or AOC. It doesn't matter who you are. If you're a woman, at least you can count on every appendage how many times a man has said to you, hey, come on, give us a smile. And you've been like, no, I don't want to. And it's like, you know, that's kind of where the message in that record came from, which is like, I don't owe you anything.
Yeah.
And then when you're like that, a lot of times, like, the male response is like, God, that girl's such a nightmare. And it's like, you know what, yeah, I am. Good. Thank you. I'm a nightmare.
They don't say that about guys that often, you know?
Not very often.
Really?
No.
Honestly. My name's Kevin. I go by Kevin on the radio, just Kevin
Yes.
Manno, my real name. But my only, like, radio moniker ever my entire
Yes.
life when I was just starting out was Nightmare. I was an intern back in Chicago, and
No
they called me
way.
Nightmare. How about that?
That's amazing.
We have a
I
connection.
don't know why they called you Nightmare. Were
I
you-
came up with it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
was
I
gonna
just thought
say,
it was like, I thought it was rock. I thought
I
it
was
was
like,
pretty
you might have
cool.
been hard to work with.
No.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Did you ever kick around any other names before Halsey, or any band name ideas or anything?
Well, you know, actually, it was kind of between Halsey and Harley for me.
Okay.
Just because I was really, really, like, I've always been really obsessed with, like, motorcycle culture, and obviously I'm a huge comic book fan, so Harley Quinn was a given.
Yeah.
But every time I saw the word Harley on paper, I just kind of thought of a really old dude with a big white beard, like, riding a hog, and I was like, Halsey. We're gonna go with Halsey. Yeah.
And do you ever get a break from being Halsey? I mean, you are your own brand. So, like, when
Yeah.
you go home, can you unplug from that for a little bit and watch TV or just go to the grocery store, whatever?
You know what? I think I kind of just try to, like, I think your experience is what you make it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, I just go to Whole Foods and go to the movies and...
Can you go incognito?
Go
You're a bit of a
bowling
chameleon.
and-
You can be. I mean, with the changing hair and
It's
stuff.
a catch-22, though, because if I wear a wig, then I'm just Halsey in a different wig.
What about a hat? What about a little baseball
Then
cap?
I'm just Halsey in a baseball hat, because I've been Halsey in a baseball hat, too. I've shaved my head bald. Like,
Yeah.
I kind of put myself at an odds to be recognized anywhere, which is a good thing if
Sure.
you want to be, you know, a recognizable figure, but a bad thing when you're being followed into the gynecologist.
Okay, yeah, I've not had that experience, but I'll take
I
your word
really
for
hope
it.
that you don't ever.
I've been to the gynecologist. My wife and I have 2 kids, so I
That's
went with her to every
amazing.
appointment.
I love that.
Yeah, of
Well,
course.
Hopefully no one follows you in with a camera.
Thank you. What was I going to say? Oh, BTS. I want to talk about BTS. They've been here a bunch of times.
Oh, sick.
The coolest dudes ever.
Yeah.
Did you learn Korean? I know you obviously sing in Korean on the song, but did you learn any more to communicate or anything?
Like a little bit, slowly. I was talking to the guys about it, and I was like, I'm gonna learn Korean, so you know I'll be better. And they were like, we're just gonna learn more English.
Okay.
And I was like, why? They're like, Korean is so hard.
Yeah.
I was like, English is hard. They're like, no, dude, Korean is so hard. I was like, all right, fine. But I'm going little by little. You know, singing in Korean was kind of easy because it's like you're just replicating sounds and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Singing in Korean live on television and dancing choreography with 7 guys, not so easy. Not so easy.
I'm sure.
but
Is
very
that one of the
fun.
more difficult performances you've had to do?
Definitely the most nerve-wracking, but also the most fun. And easy once I was out there. I was
Okay.
super scared. I was like, oh, I'm going to mess up. Like, because I've only ever been on stage with myself
Yeah.
in my whole life.
Wow.
So like in my show, like obviously
No, I know what you mean.
collaborations and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
But so I have this thing where like I think there's like an internal clock in me or like an internal compass where I always go to the middle of the stage, just because it's just in there, you know, from being on
Yeah.
stage every night. You go stage center, stage center, stage center. But when you're performing with 7 guys, you're like to the left 2 feet or like to the right 3 feet, and everyone's staggered, and so you'll go to the middle and be like, oh, I'm not supposed to be there, because it's just kind of like a reflex for you.
Sure.
Yeah, and they've been performing, the 7 of them, for
Yeah.
5-6 years.
Flawlessly.
And now here I am, a new clumsy body
No, it was
amongst
awesome.
the rest
It was
of
great.
them.
You look great with them.
Thank you.
Did you feel like a big surge of like new fans after
Yeah.
that? Because when I first heard you were working with them, I was like, I mean, first of all, it's very cool, but
Yeah.
your fans and their fans
Oh, yeah.
together, that's enough people to take over the world.
Yeah,
I mean, that's an
it's
incredible
definitely a
amount of
force.
people.
It's a force. I think the best thing about it, though, has been, like, their fans are so... It's about the music, but it's also so much about them as people. Like, they have such an appreciation and understanding of every single member, like, individually, like, their tastes, their personality, like, their little quirks. Like, they really know them, and they really love them. So at first it was really intimidating because they were like, you know, what's up? You coming in and doing a collaboration with our boys? Like, we're going to
Sure,
watch you
yeah,
kind
yeah.
of thing.
Want to make sure you're right for them.
Yeah, but I was just, I tried to be myself, and, I really care about the guys, and I wanted their fans to know that, and they were so welcoming and so receptive and supportive of the collaboration. And
the end product was great.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was
it's a
really
great song.
fun. Yeah.
That's cool. Thank you so much for being here for your
Thank
time.
you,
I know
yeah,
you're a
of
busy
course.
lady.
No worries.
Doing important things. Halsey, any news at all on the full album or anything? I know you're going to give me anything. Never mind. Forget I asked. Halsey at Myfm, thank you.
Smart guy. Thank you.